Figure I turn the phone sideways like I used to. But rumors and innuendo. That is our subject today. Let's walk and talk. So, for those of you who have jobs, this is probably easier for you to understand. And for those of you who live with or near bitches, this may be good for you to understand too. I'm gonna have to go by the job way. So, mean girls. Mean girls, because men hardly behave this way. It's women. And, well, they're also the ones with the majority of time that have Munchausen's. They like victim status. And the mean girl types, well, they're the ones that will get victim status by exaggerating something that makes them feel or seem to be the victim, or exaggerating something that makes the other person seem to be the abuser in some way. Be verbally, physically. You know, it reminds me really of a lot of those ladies. Yeah, it's a lot of them. I give no fucks. Unless you are really a victim of it. Domestic violence. Oh, he abused me. Well, there's two sides to every story. And a lot of these bitches are bitches. And unfortunately, a lot of the time, the guy is a moron. Oh, I don't want to cover that up. So how do you deal with them? How do you deal with mean girls? We're not going into the crazy ones that actually harm themselves for the medical. But we'll talk about the mean girls. How do you deal with them? Well, if they're your coworker and they have fooled authority or have power mentally over the authority, I'm sorry. Go find another job or figure out a way to distance yourself in that job. If you know that there's an end to the insanity, then my suggestion would be to think 3 and 4 steps ahead. They'll always tell you who they are. And they've got the same line, and you'll all go, oh my God, they do say that. Are you getting tired of me yet? It's like, what the fuck? God damn it, another one. You getting tired of me yet? Apparently I should be getting tired of you. By this time though, they've already started the rumor mill. They're getting their claws already into you. Because they just want to know, at that point, have you figured it out yet? And even I have a hard time recognizing them. How you feel? So, now your mindset, you have to go into, okay, now if you've always been, and unfortunately I have not, but I am now, what do you call? Forthcoming. You don't gossip and you don't encourage gossip. And forthcoming being you're honest to a point where it's can almost seem like you're a bitch. But I tell you what, being that way when it comes to these women, because they seem in today's world to be a dime a dozen, it's good to be this way. You're going to have to be brutally honest. That way, the reputation you get is, she's a bitch. But, you know, deep down in the crevices of their mind, well, she's honest. She tells you the truth. she just ain't nice about it. The other thing you have to do is when you find these women, you're also going to find their audience, which at times can be hard, but if you play your cards right, you'll find them. And in finding them, you need to cut them off as much as you do the mean girls. I refer to them as mean girls or bitches. Now you cut them off, and unless you're forced to deal with them, that's just what you do. You just cut them off and let the blows come. And just be honest to a brutal fault, and as I like to put it, but fair. Okay? Always be fair. It's going to suck. Mentally, people don't like conflict. And a lot of you know, mentally, honesty can create confliction. But in this case, you've got mean girls who are going to give you that no matter what. So it's kind of like you fight that battle so you don't lose everything. Maybe your job, as they go through it. Oh, your reputation, if you're dealing with people like family. But that's what you have to do. Honesty. Now, the thing that I like to do when I deal with these mean girls is I like to trip them. Not physically. I don't go around physically tripping people. That's just not nice. But if I know that I have a marked time of dealing with them, and I'm paying attention, that's the other thing that I do, is I pay really close attention of who the tight circle is. There's always, association. But you want to know who the tight circle is, because the tight circle is helping to spread the rumors. They're the ones that you want to cut off, because they'll spread rumors from any of the mean girls. It may not just be that mean girl. Their network, you have to cut off the network. So in doing that, yes, you cut off a lot of people. But really, did you want those kind of people in your life? You watching this think, yes, I do. Well, you're a mean girl, and go away. And if you raised a mean girl, you did something wrong. That's what I got no fucks given in that sense. You did something wrong. Sorry. So anyways, I like to trip them. So after identifying, and you want to make the trip that you do, if you want to do this, the trip has to be tripping, like the mental trip at the end. It's got to be at the end. And here's the other thing that happens, because you don't have to set traps. See, they're using you. They're trying to get something from you. They're trying to get some social points. A lot of them are really just trying to get social points. Or they're trying to get money and social points. But they're trying to get something from you. Your tripping is to not let them have it. But in there, because they're not smart. That's the other thing. These mean girls are not smart. They're very manipulative, but they're not smart. Their plans always fail in the long run. Their immediate manipulation usually works for people. That's why they keep doing it, because it continues to work. But as far as plans in life, they fuck up all the time. They've always got a story to tell, because they're that damn dumb that they keep failing in life. And of course, there's their story. Oh, I tell this story, I could be victim again. And of course, it's always someone else's fault. Wherever you go, rumors. So the tripping has to be at the end. And it doesn't actually matter if they become wise that you're not going to fulfill what they think they're going to manipulate you into doing, because they're so confident in their manipulation game that for you, it's not that hard to do. You just have to, and here's the other part, endure them. It's exhausting. And I mean mentally, emotionally exhausting to deal with these people if you're trying to stay steps ahead. That's what they're trying to get from me. If you figure out what it is and can pin it down what they want, then it's not so exhausting. But it's the game, trying to figure out who's in the circle. The game of, what exactly are they trying to get from me or do to me? That part is so exhausting. And a lot of people just kind of give up and just want it to go away and figure if they give it to them faster what they think they want, they'll go away. But all you're doing is making them stick around because they're like, well, hell, I didn't even have to manipulate them that long. I can go some more. Maybe this time I'll get a princess chair. It's so sad. Oh my God. And not for them, because tripping them is going to be fun. So you get to that point and you're really, really good at it. Or at least can feign it, because again, these people are dumb. Be honest. And find an excuse to get out of whatever it is that you're doing. I give you a coworker. Because yes, I've dealt with many of these people constantly. A coworker always leaving me and to do the haul constantly. It's like fucking A. Constantly. And she had the boss's side. The boss was on her side. Pissed me off. This woman was not nice. She'd throw our patients. She'd tie them down. It was everything that you would not want a nurse to be. And of course, our DNR. Oh my God, a DNR. Forgive me. Our DRN. I've got death on the brain. Well, she had manipulated her to sit there and think she could do no wrong, which was annoying because I'm the one that has to deal with the shit that she's doing. And of course, now I'm the one, if the patients complain, is getting talked to. Well, she can't handle that. Why did you do that? Why are you letting her go there? Don't let her deal with Mr. Blah, 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 because, he doesn't like her. Why did it's my fault. It's like, oh, son of a bitch. So as you can see, her game was the long term. I was going to be used as the person just to do it all, and she would just have to sit on her ass and earn money every hour, which pissed me off. So yes, what did Mandy do? How did Mandy get out of that? Mandy had to confront. Mandy was either going to be somebody's whipping boy and eventually get fired because she did some horrible shit, or Mandy was going to stand up and say, that's enough. But Mandy, see, Mandy was giving this person a ride every morning. Say, yes, it gets deeper. That's how manipulative even I can be as far as, somebody to me. But it's the wising up. Well, you sit there, it took me about a month because it takes them a little while to manipulate everyone in. And I went through and I thought, well, what can I do? I'm having to give this person a ride, and she's telling the DRN that she really depends on me. She's so appreciative that if Mandy didn't give her a ride every day, she wouldn't know what she could do about getting and keeping this job because it's such a great job and she makes such good money, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you've heard this story before, haven't you? From your other ones, Mean Girls. So, we're in there. And it was pretty much the last straw. She threw one of my favorite patients. And it made me so mad. It's like, son of a bitch. Woman's obviously in pain, and of course she's a little combative. The drugs aren't kicking in yet. And you throw her. So I go up and I make an actual complaint. And I know nobody's going to believe me. But, they do follow protocol. We'll give them that one, to cover their ass. Go talk to her. Mandy, when people pick people up, it doesn't mean that they're throwing them. And I know you guys are having a spat right now. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh, okay. So in her little manipulative things, now it's because we're fighting. Mandy's mad. And apparently it's over gas money. It's like, oh, son of a bitch. Okay. Yeah. How are we going to play this game, Mandy? Mandy wasn't going to quit. This is where a lot of you won't do it. And I know you won't, because it's hard as hell. That same day, she's at the nurse's station with all the other nursing. And I said, I'm not giving you a ride anymore. I've had enough. I don't like you. I don't like you throwing my patients. And I don't like how you're manipulating everyone. I don't like how you're down here and I'm up there working. You ain't doing nothing. And I just started listing things off that other people were either witness to or could not be denied. I don't want to get into it. Be prepared for that. Well, what do you know? I'm going to have to end this.